Here we go, guys, the Canadian Championship for Clash of Clans. We have Carbon Finn, we have Lady B on your screen, but for this live stream, I'm Judo Sloth, and I am going to be talking you through the finals. This is a live event in Montreal, and it is at Dreakhack. This is a Town Hall 12 event. Now, this is the final. There have been a bunch of matchups right the way through the previous 2 days, and it has came down to these final two teams, MCES versus Classe X. MCES don't need any introduction to this tournament. They have qualified into the Clash of Clans World Championship Finals, and they have been flawless at this point, winning 7 matches and standing tall at 14 points. Classe X stands in second place with 12 points. Now, they will battle it out here in a 5 versus 5 matchup, all Town Hall 12s. You will get to see each and every attack, so 10 attacks are going to happen, and the winner takes home a hefty prize. There is a 2,500 Canadian dollar prize pool throughout this event, with 1,700 going to the first placed team, but the team in second also get 500, so they do not go away empty-handed, but clearly both teams are going to be battling for not just the prize money, but for the glory as well. Classe X wanting the pride of beating MCES, who we seen so convincingly win the July qualifiers. What an epic matchup that was between INTZ and MCES. You guys can get your predictions in the chat as to who you think will win. So this event is live at Dreakhack. You can see the teams are getting prepared, and I want to give a big shout out to the community for setting this up and letting me be involved with this as well. But Classe X with Rambozo start the attacks with the Mass Hog Riders. This was the specialty of MCES when they were in the Clash of Clans World Championship. So an interesting approach here. Can they beat them at their own game? A nice funnel gets created on either side, one with the P.E.K.K.A., one with the King, allowing the Wall Wrecker straight into the base and towards the Town Hall. The enemy King, alongside the Clan Castle troops, clear objectives to try and take down, but the Queen, standing all alone, is going to be under heavy fire here. She's going to have to pop the Lava Hound, then take out a number of defenses. That is super cool by the Queen to be able to take down the defenses first, and the Town Hall falls. The Hog Riders come in from the south of the base, not messing around here, trying to protect the Queen, but has the pathing being created. One heal spell gets used over the multi-inferno. The Queen gets to work, and 2 skeleton spells begin as the freeze spell comes in order to eliminate the Queen. The multi-inferno goes down by the Hog Riders, which is going to allow skeletons to take out the Queen. A beautiful job so far, and with 2 heals in the bag, are we going to see Hog Riders trounce this base? Lots of defenses left. The final heal was used down by the multi-inferno. Is that a mistake? There was only a few Hog Riders there, and I think that might have cost him. Rambozo secures the 2 stars, but that is all it is going to be. Unfortunately, the Hog Riders fizzle out. I enjoyed the start of the attack, the Town Hall falling, getting the value that they got, but unfortunately, pathing for the Hog Riders when they went through that initial stage just wasn't enough, and they split across both multi-infernos. I do feel like the heal spell usage might not have been the best there, but a 70% 2-star gets things started for Classe X. The nerves are always very high, especially when you are attacking live. MCES start with a Hog Rider attack of their own, but they have a few healers in this one to drive the Queen into this most right compartment. Decides to bring a couple of Wall Breakers to punch in. Beautiful freeze spell to freeze that multi-inferno, allow the Wall Breakers through this initial section, and then the Queen can lock onto that multi-inferno, take it down very easily before the healers take too much damage. Now the Hog Riders must be coming directly into the Town Hall. They will have nice pathing, but the Grand Warden's ability will have to be used in that area. Beautiful poison spell onto the balloons, as they will be able to take full damage from that, and the Lava Pups will also be in that poison spell. One minion to support, always a good thing to take out the Lava Pups around by your healers, and as the Queen continues to come forward, in comes the jump spell towards the Eagle Artillery. The Queen is going to continue coming forward here. Notice the wizard on the right hand side. That is a beautiful touch. As the Queen tanks the defenses, the wizard takes out the trash buildings and keeps the Queen's focus forward onto defenses, onto the enemy Queen. And the pathing for the Hog Riders at this point is tremendous. So much damage, so much value. 1 minute and 30 on the clock, and the Stone Slammer begins before we will see the Hog Riders. Here they come towards the Town Hall with the Grand Warden, and that ability will be used beautifully over the top of it. Each and every one of these Hog Riders will be protected, and the Queen continues down this area. She will bust through the wall, but is she going to choose the right one here? She does not. She goes to the outside. Would have been nice to have her come into the center to get that multi, but with lots of Hog Riders left up, he could still get this one done. Hog Riders from the left hand side adapting to that Tesla farm. So many of them, but so few spells left. The Hog Riders start to go down. They're caught in the tornado trap, and with the multi locking onto the healers, what looked so good is turning into a nail biter of an attack. Hog Riders still come forward. They just have to get the multi inferno, and down it falls. 91%, and from here we have 30 seconds for the wizards to clean up the outside of the base. What a beautiful start for MCES, getting the 3 stars, and talk about nerves. Nerves of steel here with the 3 stars, 100%, and a perfect demonstration of the Queen charge into Hog Riders. The value that the Queen got was tremendous. Classe X with Root coming in now, and they have to respond. It is another Hog Rider attack, but this time they have switched it up, and they are using the Queen charge, similar to what we just seen with MCES terrorizing the base. With a P.E.K.K.A beginning the funnel, always nice to use a P.E.K.K.A because it can absorb a lot of the fire from the defenses whilst still getting the job done. So whilst it's 25 housing space, a balloon, baby dragon, you might not actually get the job done, so committing the extra housing space is often very much worth it. One test balloon is used to check for black air bombs, and another over towards the cannon. I feel like that could have been placed a little bit more towards the 6 o'clock, just to cut over that area and check a little bit more, but gets the job done, checks the right hand side of the base, and the Wall Wrecker is going to punch a hole straight forward towards the Town Hall, but it's going to activate the Town Hall here and leave the Queen vulnerable to the Lava Hound. Now, a very nice move there by Classe X was that he popped the Wall Wrecker early in order to not activate the Town Hall. Meant that the Queen didn't take as much fire, and the Ice Golem pops in order to ensure that everything is frozen. Now, the healers have been missed out of the Rage spell there. As they move forward, they do move into it, but the Queen goes down, all because of the missed Rage spell. Had to press the ability and adapt there, or clearly if the Rage spell was in the correct position initially, the Queen wouldn't have been so low in health when she then went attacking the enemy the Archer Queen. The Town Hall did fall, so the 2 stars is secure. Hog Riders coming in from that top area, but they are sticking up to the north where the multi-infernos are. They are not going to get anywhere near the Archer Queen, nowhere near the defenses down the bottom. Loved the use of the Grand Warden's ability in combination with the Rage. That's always a nice touch because the Rage spells power the Hog Riders forward, and with the Grand Warden's ability they can wipe out an area of the base very fast, but again it's not going to be much higher than that 70% that we seen in the last attack. It is actually probably even going to be less than that. Might end up being a 67% this one, so not what Classe X needed, but with plenty of attacks left, anything can still happen. They have to turn it around pretty quickly though, and they are running out of attacks to do it. The minion gets to work on the Dark Elixir drill, finishes it off, 67%. Is it going to have enough time in order to make it 68? That 1% could help them out, but they need a 3-star either way, and oh no, it all went south because of the Queen and not having the healers in place. He just misses the 68%. 67 it is, 2-star. We now have Tryhard of MCES. This is a Lava Loon style attack, and you can notice the clone spell in the army composition. That means that we will be using an Electron method, assumably, and notice the sweepers as well. 1 points to the northeast, 1 points to the southeast, so anywhere from the western side of the base can be an ideal place in order to clone. Looks like the Slammer will be coming direct towards the air defense at the bottom, trying to just sneak in towards the Queen, but the Tesla farm is causing a lot of issues, and Tryhard has to adapt with the haste spell and the balloons. Often you've got to know when to finish it. That Tesla going down was huge. It means that the Slammer can remain on track towards the air defense, towards the Queen. There's the poison, there's the clone. It is the balloons that get cloned, but the E-drag straight onto the Queen. She goes straight down, and I think he wanted more value from that, but the Tesla farm going down definitely does help. Town Hall already down, no issue with sweepers. The Lava Loon can start, and we've got easy pathing to the Eagle Artillery. Notice the wide spread of balloons to try and focus the fire of many of the loons towards the Eagle Artillery. It goes down in a flash, and this looks incredibly good as we still have the Grand Warden's ability. Tryhard waits until all of the balloons come together, and he hits every single one of them. What a pro move there, waiting until every balloon was in the Grand Warden's aura, and now we have such a balloon parade coming to the final parts of the attack. The base is gone. Where is it? The base has been demolished with 1 minute remaining, and the initial phase, the Electron area, took a decent minute. The Lava Loon just swarmed straight through the attack. The Grand Warden's ability was the MVP of this attack, no doubt. That was tremendous, and waited as well on a couple of balloons in order to use them on the back end, help with the defenses, could have used them to distract or clean up or anything, but Tryhard gets the 3 stars for MCES. That is a 100% ratio at the minute. 2 attacks used, 2 3 stars, and MCES mean business. They want this victory. Heisenberg of Classe X attacking now, and this is an all-important attack. 67%, 70%. Classe X are down on percentage and 2 stars behind with only 2 attacks from MCEX. If they continue like this, they're going to put it out of reach very, very soon. So Classe X need a 3-star here. They've got to turn this around. Starts with the Pekkas on either side of the Queen to create create that funnel, but the P.E.K.K.A up to the northeast is taking a battering because of the Tesla farm. It goes down quick. The funnel not quite created, but I'm pretty sure that the Queen is still going to do exactly what Heisenberg wants. Decides to use another P.E.K.K.A here. That means that the bowlers are not going to have as much fire in front of it, as much protection, sorry, and the healers normally go to the P.E.K.K.As as well, so you do want to use them to funnel, but you need a good proportion of them into the base, and it looks like all three of them are going to walk. One of them turns around and comes into the base with the bowlers, so we've got to hope that they really do a perfect job from this point, because the opening parts of this attack have not gone right due to the Tesla farm at the top. The tornado trap is spinning all of the troops around, and although they get the town hall, this is scary moments as the lava hound pops. So much damage. The multi-infernos are placed beautifully to hit each and every one of them troops. The eagle artillery is raining fire, and bowlers are going down faster than we can even speak. The P.E.K.K.A are still alive due to the healers coming through this base, but with air defense, with multi-infernos raining fire, they have gone down incredibly quick. The Queen battering against a wall is unfortunately going to go down, and due to the multi-inferno on the east side of the base, this is looking less and less likely to be the 3-star. The final P.E.K.K.A is going to fall. It is 66% currently, trying to snipe off any building around the base, but it's going to be not even might be just over 70% here, guys. So Classe X need to hope for a fail of MCEX, or they need to hope that the percentage is incredibly low, because they are behind by a decent margin at this point. He is creeping over the 70%. Nice use of the archers, minions, and the wizard. You've got to be able to identify when there could be an area that you could use a troop to snipe a building, and this minion doing a tremendous job keeping out of range of the buildings. But the wizard tower, oh, it's not in range, it is out the way, but it's not going to have enough fire to get through the cannon. 72% 2-star it is going to be, and it is slipping away from Classe X. MCES now need a 3-star to put this one in the bag. MCES with Hugo wanting to get another 3-star. Can they make it 3-4-3 here and really put it out of reach of Classe X? The percentage and the stars almost the same, with an attack left over. Very impressive stuff by MCEX, and that is why they have qualified for the World Championship Finals, using the hero dive method here in order to take out a lot of the buildings. And then we have the battle blimp and one electro dragon. Looks like we are sending that in towards this expo compartment, but there is a single target inferno. Oh, the electro dragon just out of range, and look at the value that that single electro dragon gets. Takes down almost 4 of the expos. So unfortunate not to get that final one. And now we see the heavy push with the Lalo, the battle blimp coming to the town hall. Maybe we have dragons in there in order to ensure that that queen goes down, but is she already down? So many balloons here. The baby dragon, yes, we have dragons in the clan castle, takes that queen down so quickly. Balloons go on a rampage, and look at that one balloon which gets from the multi to the expo. We've still got a lot of balloons coming through, but with the eagle artillery standing, they have a lot in their way. 2 dragons left over from the battle blimp. Another haste spell is going to power the balloons forward, gets a beautiful split in order to get a wizard tower, but also gets a good pack into the center. The lava pup was tanking for the wizard tower beautifully, and it looks like we are going to see another 3-star from MCES. They are so calm here, getting everything done time after time. And if you are looking forward to the Clash of Clans World Championships, MCES should be on your radar, because they have another 3-star attack here. Hugo getting it done. 3 attacks, 3 3-stars. So Classe X come in with another attack. This is their 4th attack of the war. It might already be out of reach unless MCEX do indeed fail. So Classe X need to get a 3-star here in order to give themselves even a glimmer of hope. An interesting use of the Electro Dragon in the Rage. I think he wanted to chain onto the air defense. Doesn't work out for him and gets next to no value from that. The E-Drag creates the funnel, but I don't think the Rage was... Maybe it wasn't even intended. Maybe that was just a misclick. I really don't know what that was about, guys. Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe he wanted to get the air defense. Either way, I'm not sure I would have used the Rage for the air defense anyway, so it probably was a mistake. Everything surrounds the town hall, takes it down. Grand Warden's ability is used. Are the bowlers going to walk? Most of them come back into the base. 2 of them go around, and they will be history in a second. Giant bomb goes off. Bowlers, sorry, are taking huge damage here. They're stuck in this area where they are taking fire from each and every angle, and they are going down quick. The Archer Queen still has that ability, but everything is gone. This defensive base of MCEX has got the job done, and nothing has been going right here. Can they get to that 70% mark again? But unfortunately, it won't be enough for the pros of MCEX, who will be taking this one unless we see something drastic happen here. P.E.K.K.A.'s still charged through the base, but the healer is going to go down. Queen is then moving around with the ability. It's going to be a higher percentage, a much higher percentage, but the bowlers just didn't get the value in the center. That Expo is sharp, going to shred the Queen down. Even with that ability, she's not going to be able to get through this area, but everything's still going to plan. The minions there doing a good job just sniping off the cannon. Still a minute left. If only healers had have survived a little bit longer, then this one could have been a different story. Queen's ability is popped. She is going to take a few other defenses, but that Expo then gets to work. It's going to shred through her. Unfortunately, it is set to air, and we have a multi. Otherwise, the minions could have really done as much as possible to try and get through this base. 96%, a valiant effort by Classe X. Definitely pulls their percentage up. MCES on for the perfect war, and the Mass Hog Riders is their method of choice. Notice the enemy king, which is going to be taken down with a king swap that is using the offensive king. With that ability, you are going to be able to take down that king along with a few other things as well. So creating pathing here for the queen to get straight to the town hall. The Teslas pop and create a little bit of an issue, and that is why the Hog Riders now come in alongside the wizards. As the ice golem comes forward, wants to break through this wall, and we have clear pathing for the queen to get straight onto the town hall. The wall breakers activate the town hall, which is interesting, and he's got to wait until that lab goes down, so the queen will come into the base. She will now go straight to the town hall. Thankfully, the ice golem, which popped, did mean that it reduced the fire on the queen. But whenever you can get huge value like this, the town hall, the enemy king, that is going to be good for your mass hog riders. Starts with the slammer down to this side just to thin out the defenses, and here come the hogs. You will see some towards that left hand side as well. Interestingly, he hasn't kept any for the mortar or the cannon in order to keep the majority of the fire coming through. The rage spell comes down to the queen alongside the guards, which are now going to get that queen. Hopefully she doesn't jump the wall, which she doesn't. Grand Warden's ability is used. Hog Riders coming through, but now you see they split towards the cannon. The Eagle Artillery still standing. Hog Riders have got to get to that quick. Decides to use the heal spell early on, and is it going to be enough? Notice the gaps next to the multi-inferno. There could be a giant bomb there, which there is. Down comes the final heal spell. Still a lot of Hog Riders, but a lot of base to get through. They don't path around the heal spell, which I thought they might have. The multi goes down. A few Hog Riders left, but there's a wizard tower, a Tesla, and an archer tower up to the north of the base, and that is going to be the end of the perfect war strike. It is not going to happen, unfortunately. I do like the plan on the base. It was looking good. He got good value initially. I feel like the Hog Rider deployment could have been better, potentially even using the Slammer up to the 10 o'clock section to come in via that area and thin the pathing of the Hogs, take them over towards the Eagle a little bit quicker. But let me know what you guys think. Could this attack have been changed anyhow in order to get the 3 stars? It is so close. It is an 89% 2-star, a brilliant effort, but it knocks the perfect war out of reach. Still going to be the victory for MCEX, but can they get another 3-star in their next attack? Classe X now coming in with their final attack. Can they get a 3-star in order to give themselves something to cheer about? They were so close in the last attack. Can they get that extra couple of percent? Starts out nicely with that Electro Dragon on the right hand side in order to get the funnel. Oh, I thought the E-Drag was going to activate the Town Hall. Still might here. Is it going to? Oh, it doesn't. Takes out the Queen's Altar instead, which is a bonus here because the Town Hall being activated might have meant funneling troops were a little bit more difficult. The Barbarian Kings have a little bit of a battle over there, and we have the enemy Queen about to go down. The Wall Wrecker does not get through the wall. Very good defensive play that by the enemy Queen. And this could mean that the Archer Queen herself does not go in. I mean, she's not going to. Unless the funnel gets created massively here, the Queen's just going to walk, and the Hog Riders are going to have to be sent into the Town Hall. Not what Theo wanted. Wanted to drive the Hog Riders from right to left, or vice versa, across that most northern area. And although the Queen is going to clear out this bottom side, she can't reach the Town Hall as intended. Oh, such an oversight that the Archer Queen would be battering on the Wall Wrecker and she wouldn't be able to access the Town Hall. She's going to walk all of the way around. What is Theo going to do? Does he risk it? Does he send the Hog Riders through this top area and hope that they get to the Town Hall last? Or does he drive them into the Town Hall? He's got no way of activating it now. It activates once he gets to that 51%, uses the heal. Grand Warden looking left and right, doesn't know where to go, decides to go with the Hogs on the right, and that is disaster as they needed to go to the left. It looks like it could be a 1-star, unfortunately, for Theo. Oh, the Wall Wrecker not getting through that wall compartment has spelled disaster for them. Uses the Grand Warden's ability, but it is little too late as they move around the base. Devastating attack for Classe X, and it's going to mean that MCEX have won this with that attack left in the bag where they were trying to get another 3-star. They've been so dominant here, but that is why they are a pro team. They are a professional Clash of Clans team, and we could have expected for them to come out and to win this. They've qualified for the World Championships, and massive props to Classe X. This is a huge tournament. They've qualified right the way through into the final, and they will be still going home with some prize money from this tournament. MCES with Cynthia for the final attack here. Another Hog Rider attack. We've seen them dominate the Clash of Clans World Championships with this, qualifying into the final, and they have been equally impressive here at Dreakhack Montreal. As they come in for the final attack, they've already got the war in the bag. They are going home with 1,700 Canadian dollars. Now they are just battling for pride to try and get another 3-star attack. Notice the enemy king and queen out to the side of the base here, and a simple hero dive method will be enough to take that out and then do very convincing damage onto the defenses around it. The King's ability is popped. The Archer Queen walking the wrong way here. Oh, the King very much being the MVP and taking out the enemy Queen there as well. This bottom section has been taken out, and now the Hog Riders come from the northern area of the base, going to be reinforcing towards that town hall as well. Will the Slammer come in from 2 o'clock, or will it reinforce down towards the bottom with the Hog Riders? Let's see what MCS have planned for this. Rage Spell comes in over the Eagle Artillery with that Grand Warden's ability. Hog Riders caught in the tornado trap, taking a battering to the town hall, and now he's going to use the Slammer to help take out the town hall. Very wise move to hold on to it. Knew that there was a big risk in using such a wide spread of the Hog Riders. Can the Queen take this out? Can the Queen get the town hall and allow the Slammer onto that side? Oh no, she doesn't, and he thought that she was going to. Uses the Slammer up to the top. It's not going to matter, as the victory is still going to be theirs. But with 1 minute left, can the Slammer take down enough defenses here? If it gets over that over the Wizard Tower and takes that down, Hog Riders will then move to the Town Hall. They will then take it down. This could still happen, guys. As long as the Slammer gets through the Wizard Tower and protects the Hog Riders inside, they might get this done. Down it goes. The Slammer now pops out balloons out of the Slammer. They will move to the Town Hall, but will they have enough in order to get there? 30 seconds. They move over to the Town Hall. Could send the Wizard in here as well to try and distract the Town Hall and the Giga Tesla as the balloons come over. This is so exciting. The Wizard would have to be used on the right-hand side in order to have a chance at the 3 stars, but has to save it for the Town Hall, and the balloons take such damage. There are red air bombs everywhere. Now uses the Wizard on the right for the extra percentage, as knows the Town Hall goes down. Now he did take a risk there, knowing that the war was won. I'm sure that he would have waited had they have known that they needed that attack. So you can see on the screen, Canadian champions MCES. They are going home with the prize money. Massive GG to every single team involved. Thank you so much to the organizers of the event for Supercell getting involved with this as well. And if you want to see more MCES, you will be able to see them live in Hamburg. You can get your tickets as well. Be sure to check it out. That is going to wrap it up for this stream though. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. Until next time, peace out.